bitch being locked up, but ain't nothing bigger than the program. Tirando la mano, tirando de ellos. Soy de the vibes, canal. I don't like fucking people in general. I don't see cars and you only cash. I'm blasting automatic gas. R15s and AK-47s, you fools. Probably carry blocks, I fly. Hella blocks. My chain says 24 carats. What's up, Doc? Fuck you fools. Slash them and shoot them up. I'm hella quick and fast. Come catch these hands like a cool man. I no need for another man to check your fears, fan. Bums and J-Cats. Tell me something you have done already. I got my own. This my sword ready to get dropped. I'm like Batman. Coming for Superman.
Shout out to Noble has arrived. Go check him out. Go check out his channel. That's the boy right there. Day one. He's a big part of helping this channel go. He's like one of the motors that makes it go. Facts. He's brought people to the channel. He's a big part of it. He knows what, or like exactly kind of what time I'm on. Yeah, big help, monstrous help, like monstrous. So go peep him out. Noble has arrived. High as hell right now. Okay, so what are we talking about? I don't say what are we talking about. Noble always something that. So what are we talking about? Oh yeah. So video. Okay. Everything starts at home. Right? So when I was growing up, I had a normal childhood. Normal childhood, right? Until I got to like 12 is when things started changing for me. Like 11, 12 was when things really started changing for me because I started seeing things different. Because I was exposed to a lot of things. So, not because of my mom or nothing. My dad was from the hood, right? So we were always with them. Always with them in the neighborhood, whatever. But I was just exposed to a lot of things at a young age. I seen my uncle kill my cousin, his son. He killed himself. Killed my cousin once he was laying in the bed when he was 10 years old. He shot him. His dad shot him, and then he shot himself. I was there. Yeah, so growing up, I had a regular childhood, right? So we're just saying about me though. So I used to walk to school, right? I always got to, like, I walked to school or ride my bike. That was me, you know, like I ride my bike to school. And my mom never picked me up. Like I never wanted to get picked up. Like I would always walk home or I rode the bike. I always did that kind of shit. So, I had a friend named Steven. He was a white guy. He was a white kid. And he had one brother, and his brother was a little older. He was older than us. He didn't go to school. He was older than us. But he just lived with his dad. Like, you know, we met each other when we were like 7, 8, 9 years old. So he used to come to my house every morning. He'd come knock on the door, and then we would walk to school. Me, him, my little cousin Jordan, DeAndre, like 2 other kids, right? So we walked to school, whatever. Sometimes Steven would come over, right? You know, because he was like everybody used to come over to get me. Or I lived right by the basketball court. I mean, right by the the park. So everybody come to my house, like we go play basketball, whatever, or we play in my dead end. They were like, I lived on a dead end, so we play football, whatever. My house was always the spot, you know. So sometimes he would come over and he would have bruises on him, like on his back, on his, like he would always have bruises on him. And I never paid attention to it, but his dad was, you know, his dad was beating on him. You know, I remember one time we went to school and he had a black eye. You know, I don't think they even asked about it. I think that he said his cousin did it or something. I forgot what happened. So, but his dad used to beat on him bad. I mean, bad. So he ended up going to the Marines, and I mean, I don't know, maybe 20 years goes by, I don't see him. I'm going to jail. I'm like knee deep in the hood. Oh, they moved. They moved when we were like at 12 or something, because I forgot, but his dad moved. They moved. They moved to like I want to say Camarillo, California, or something like that. Well, it was up north, Camarillo, something like that. But he ended up going to the Marines or something. So his mom lived over there in Gardena, right? So, and his mom and dad were divorced, but I know his dad raised him, you know. So he would, I guess he was going to visit his mom or something, you know. I was coming from Performance Plus. It used to be on Marine, you know, Van Ness and Gardena, and it's a rim store, and they do auto mechanics there. So I was there getting something done to a car, and I was looking at some tires, I remember, for somebody's car, and he pulled in, and I seen this white guy get out of a CRV, and I seen there was a lady with him, like a white girl. She was actually really pretty, and I was just looking at this dude. Like, I remember the register person was just staring at me, because I was just staring at the dude that pulled up, and he walked in, and I go, Steven, and he looked at me, he was like, Sean, and I was like, bro, what's up, man? Like, you know, we hugged, whatever, and he was living, you know, in Westminster, right? But he was visiting his mom. So he was going to be at his mom's house for like, I think he said, for like a couple months, because his mom was his mom had just passed away. That's what happened. His mom had just passed away, and they were at the house, and they were getting everything together or something like that. So he was going to be there for like a month or two. That's what it was. So for that whole month or two, I was going over there. Every day I would go over there. Every day, single day. Every day I'd come up and work, whatever. I'll go straight over there, and we'd work out. We'd play basketball. Like when we were kids, we used to go at it all day, one-on-one, meeting all day long, one-on-one. So we started doing the same thing, but as men. I was, you know, he was an ex-Marine, or he was in the Army, and I'm a convict, you know, ex-convict. But this is my childhood friend. So he got off like at 4 o'clock, and every day he would call me, and I would shoot over there, or I'd be over there by 6 o'clock every single day, right? So I would go over there, and I would always be there for when he put his kids to sleep. He had 2 boys, and when he would be leaving for work, his wife would be coming home, right? So they had one of those schedules, and his kids were about 9 and 10 or 9 and 8 or something like that. So every day before he would put them to sleep, he would sit down and talk to them. I used to, like, I'd go out, like, I would just see it, like, he would, you know, he'd get his 2 kids, they would go sit in the living, wherever they were, living room, whatever. He would sit them down, they would talk. You know, he would be like, ask them, you know, if they had anything on their minds. If they were like 10 and 11, and I remember, because I was like, man, I remember that age. And he was like, yeah, so they were like 11, yeah, 10 and 11. No, 11 and 12. 11 and 12. So he would talk to them, about every, just, 30-minute conversation. And then they would talk, and then he would shake their hands, and then he would hug them both, and then he would put them to sleep. And so, I told him, hey, you do the same thing every night? He goes, yeah. I told him, what's the whole purpose of that? And he said that he just wanted them to have a good night's sleep, and that to him, when he was a kid, he said he didn't, he used to worry about if he was going to get his ass beat the next morning. And I told him, hey, dog, when we used to walk to school, I go, your dad beat your ass in the morning? And the night or the night before, I was like, really? He goes, man, there were so many times that he goes, did you knock on the door? He goes, like, my ass beating stopped. And I was like, damn, dude, you held that shit. Like, I never knew. I knew he got hit, but he's like, his dad used to beat on him. And then, I knew it because my mom used to always say, Sean, something's wrong with him. Something's going on with Steven. I could just tell. She used to always say that. He was like that. Because he wasn't allowed to go nowhere but to my house, and that was it. And his dad used to work over a lot. So his dad would call my mom and be like, is it okay for you? His dad was real strict, like real strict with him. But he never hit him in front of me. But he said that his dad, like, while we're knocking on the door, his dad would stop. He would just stop. I was like, damn, dude, I felt bad, dog, so we're little kids, And he said, so when he turned 17, no, he went to, his dad put him in a boot camp. That's what happened. He said, because I started going to jail, gangbanging at 12. He said his dad was like, nah, you're not doing this shit. So they moved. I guess when he moved to Carmel, my bad. That's the reason why they moved to the dad moved to what's his name? What's it called again? Camilo? I forgot. I forgot. Anyway, that's why they moved out there because of the gangs and all that shit. So he said when he turned, I guess 14 or 15. I can't remember what he said, but his dad sent him to boot camp. He said that the day before he went to boot camp, he said his dad beat the shit out of him bad. I was like, he said anyway, so I guess his dad had passed away, and he said that he didn't feel anything, like he was real numb. And he said that he didn't want his sons, he didn't want that kind of relationship, so he did that every night. So he knew that they slept really good at night. And he said that his wife does that to him every morning. That's not like talk to him, but like they have their little rituals, their little things that they do. And he said he was like, I'm gonna communicate with my boys. He's like, I don't hit them. Like he's like, I don't discipline them. He's like, I discipline them. He was like, but I don't put my hands on my kids at all. He's like, I told him. He said when he went to the Marines, he went to the Army. He said that was the best thing that happened to him. But I was like, you seem like you're good though. He was like, he says he's good. He doesn't hit his wife or nothing, but he said he's just broken inside. He was like, I'm broken, dog. Like he's like, I was like, it affects you to this day. He's like, yeah. Yeah, so everything starts at home, And so I was telling myself, right, when I had my daughters, right, this gives me a reason to be like Bill Belichick. This gives me a reason to be a Jimmy Johnson. This gives me a reason to be a Phil Jackson, a Nick Saban. I took being a dad real serious. I swear to God, I did. Everything starts at home, you know. Everything. What you put into your kids is what you're gonna get out. You should be rich with time with them and not money. Everybody needs their dad in their family. I mean, in their household. A boy really, really, really needs their dad. Like, seriously. And I just believe that when you have kids, no matter what's going on, everything has to change and it has to be for them. Your decision making, everything has to be for them. I think that being a father is like the ultimate test for being a man. That's the ultimate test. That defines who you are as a man. Seriously. You guys be cool, be safe. Hope you guys like this video.